And the Georgia Bulldogs started their inaugural season 0-6 before winning their final two games, and that momentum continues the phenomenal class. Tonight, they're looking to continue with their winning ways as the number 15 ranked Bulldogs host the number 20 Nuns. We are live here at Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where I am joined in the booth by Ryan Moreland. Ryan, what do you expect to see tonight as both these teams kick off their season?
I expect to see a hard-fought matchup here where it's going to be interesting to see. I think Oregon kind of got late into the recruiting cycle. It didn't go quite the way they were hoping, but there's still a lot of talent on this team. Georgia, obviously coming off their first year, struggled to get anything going early, but then finished the season really strong, had a great offseason. Who wants to start off tonight with a win? Both these teams look pretty evenly matched. It's going to be interesting to see who can win this one and come out on top.
Absolutely, Ryan. Georgia will start with the ball on offense and get the opportunity to display some of their new weapons they have. For quarterback for Georgia, Ray Flash, he's going to be a pretty interesting player to watch, as well as the running back, Nicholas Perez.
Yeah, absolutely. Flash is a guy that had an up-and-down season last year. I think he's going to take a big step forward this season.
And the first play of the game is a 2-yard rush by halfback Toby Kinnear.
A nice pick up by Kinnear, the freshman out of Kenton, Ohio. And this is another thing we're going to watch, and I'm interested to see exactly how this split happens for the backs between Perez and Kinnear. Who's getting more touches and how evenly the distribution is.
Absolutely. A deep drop, and Flash is going to take it himself. He runs to the right, lowers his shoulder, and a 12-yard rush for Ray Flash.
Well, when the Dogs are playing their best football offensively last season is when Ray Flash was taking off on the ground. He is a very talented runner out of the backfield, and is someone you got to watch out for.
Absolutely. Two receivers, one the top, one the bottom. Flash in shotgun, got a little bit of motion. And it's a handoff to the left-hand side. Bounces off one tackle, but that's wound up going down for a two-yard loss. That is Toby Kinnear.
And Colt Lawrence is the duck that's going to come up and make the play. Another freshman. We're going to see a lot of these freshmen tonight, where a bunch on both sides of the ball, actually the most of any matchup this week.
Yeah, for sure. And it's exciting to see both these teams as they rebuild with these freshmen. Flash, quick pass. He gets a reception. Easy pass to Joshua Sims for 16 yards.
A nice pass and catch here. Sims, another freshman out of Seattle, Washington. And just a nice job of just setting in and finding a little spot to be in that zone defense. And Flash able to find him easily. A nice pickup. And so far, Georgia looking strong on their first drive.
Yes, they are. Here we go. Flash has two receivers to the top, one to the bottom. He's going to hand it off. It is another run for Kinnear. He gets 5 yards this time. Second down and 5.
So we talked about that split between Perez and Kinnear. So far, Kinnear being the bell cow back.
And Flash has trips again to the bottom on the top. He's going to get another pass to the right-hand side. Nice catch. That's Jonathan Carr, the tight end, with a 12-yard reception.
Nice pitch and catch here, and Ray Flash now 2 for 2 on this drive. They've been keeping it a lot on the ground, but when they've used him in the passing game, he's been effective.
And it's another halfback run for Toby Kinnear. So far, quite a bit of runs for him, and he gets 6 yards in this one.
Yeah, another nice pickup here, and they're doing a good job of getting these big gains on early downs in the running game, making this drive very easy for them to pick up the first downs.
And Flash has 4 receivers. He's going to the sidelines. He gets Tyson Steele with a 13-yard reception and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Steele's the guy to keep your eye on, David. He is a talented ball player out of Detroit, Michigan. The receiver's going to be a big part of this offense.
Flash hands it off again. A nice run. This is Nicholas Perez's first rush of the night. He gets 7 yards as the Bulldogs are in the PX1 red zone.
And we got to see a lot of Perez last year. The sophomore out of Mesquite, Texas, looks to have another big year this year.
Absolutely. Flash is going to keep this one himself. Does a little bit of dancing. Doesn't get anywhere, though. It is 3rd down and 2, Ryan.
Yeah, DJ Sutton was out there waiting for him, and Flash really didn't know what to do with the ball there. He just trying to figure out a way past them. That wasn't going to happen. Sutton come up to make the tackle. A great play on second down.
Flash has got 3 receivers. Third down and 2. It's a pass at the first down, and it's a touchdown for Jonathan Carr. 6 yards. The Bulldogs score first.
This was just a fantastic drive down the field. They capped it off there with a great pass to Carr underneath and let him do the rest, just 1 or 2 steps there to get into the end zone. But a great methodical drive down the field. They completed every pass that they attempted. The running game was working to great success. Oregon really didn't have an answer for it, and that's something we're going to have to watch out for. Can the Ducks figure out a way to stop them? But first, can the Ducks find a way to respond on offense and answer back?
You know, I talked to the world-class Matt, the athletic director for Georgia. He was really hyped and talking about the defense. He wanted to see how well the defense would do, but great start for the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. The offense looked great, and we saw, some flashes last year from Georgia as the Ducks get a great return. We saw some flashes of their defense last year being very good. Obviously, the secondary, got honored at the end of the year with some postseason awards, and they looked fantastic, especially as the season wore on. But the offense seemed to be the thing that was holding them back. Well, that's not the case so far.
And here we go. Oregon's first time on offense. Quarterback Brantley Gochi with an incomplete pass. Second down and 10 for the Oregon Bucks.
Hey, Gauchi is a freshman out of Belton, Texas, and he's a guy that's got to get some comfort here early.
And he hands it off to his running back, Derek Eldridge. Got some room. No one's going to stop him. Eldridge is going to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
What an excellent run, and this is something we have come to expect out of Derek Eldridge. He had a big year last year, almost 600 yards on the ground, and added another 220 through the air, but he was a big play guy, breaking plays downfield, and one of the biggest home run threats in the CFSL to running back position. I thought they didn't use him enough last year. Obviously, the offense revolved around Comet, but what a big play here to start off Oregon's season, and what an impressive run.
2 plays for a touchdown for Oregon in their first drive. After 1 possession each, Ryan, we are tied at 7, and here comes Georgia, and Ray Flash has got to find a way to respond. He's got 3 receivers to the top, 1 the bottom, and it's a handoff. He's got Kennard on the right-hand side, a stiff arm. Kennard's going down the sideline and finally pushed out after a 21-yard rush.
Yeah, what an excellent individual effort on the back end of that play. The blocking up front was great. He had plenty of room to get this one going. As you can see there, pulling to the outside, then breaking a tackle there, breaking a tackle from the same player, a 3rd tackle before he's finally forced out of bounds. Already nearing midfield, and we're 1 play into this drive.
And Flash has 3 receivers. He's got 2 in the backfield here, and it's another handoff. They're going heavy with the run. Kennard with a 5-yard rush. 2nd down and 5. He's already got 37 yards on 6 carries.
Well, from what we've seen so far, David, I think fans of the running game are going to be happy to see this one. We're used to seeing the quarterbacks throw it around every game, but this one looks like it's going to be decided on the ground.
And it's another halfback run. Kennard, 10 yards, and that's a Bulldog first down.
They're doing a great job with this running attack, and obviously both teams have had success with it so far. Oregon with a big play, Georgia a little bit more methodical, but they're having no problems moving the football right now.
Flash has 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Couple step drop, and it's an interception. This could be trouble. Oregon taking this one to the house. Touchdown, Ducks. That's a huge play.
And I believe that was it. It is DJ Sutton, the freshman out of South Haven, and he is having himself a great start to this night. We've already called his name once, making the great tackle to force a 3rd down on the last drive. Obviously, the Dogs still got the touchdown, but here he's going to make sure they don't find the end zone. In fact, he'll find the end zone himself, and the Ducks will take their first lead.
Brian, going into this game, did you expect it to be a high-scoring game so fast?
Honestly, no. I thought that the defenses might be the bell cows for both teams, realistically. But we're seeing both offenses perform at a level that I don't think I was expecting.
Well, you know Oregon's happy. They've already got a touchdown on offense and defense, kicking it back off to Georgia. And Ray Flash is going to have to come out and find a way to answer fast.
And I think he's got it. You know, he's been around the league for a while. The last year he learned a lot. But also, you got the comfort of knowing that was really the first play that the Ducks won defensively. What you've been doing has been working. Go right back to it.
Flash with 4 receivers to the top, to the bottom. Takes the handoff under pressure, throws to the right-hand side, and finds his receiver, Danny Garcia, for a 10-yard reception.
Well, on the move, off your back foot, coaches, you know, I feel like you just suck in a sigh there, like you just get tight. Oh, is it going to be a bad pass? But no, this one gorgeous to an open receiver.
And there's Flash. He throws another interception. Oregon going to the house again. Touchdown, Ducks. This one is a different player. This was number 7, Mo Black. He wants his fun, too.
Mo Black, kind of a small, rangy, but very fast corner. He shows off the speed there with the interception coming out of East Townsend, Maryland. And this is going to get interesting now. Last night we saw a game in which a quarterback threw quite a few interceptions. Is Ray Flash going to do that tonight? That's 2 already, and we're about halfway through the first.
Yeah, 2 pick sixes in the first quarter is absolutely crazy to think about. Nicholas Perez, 27-yard return, giving Georgia a decent starting spot. Flash has got to shake these off.
Yeah, he does. And like I said, there's 2 plays now that the Oregon defense has won. Georgia's been moving the ball well outside of those 2 mistakes.
And Flash under pressure. He is sacked for a loss of 8 yards.
All right, well, right as I say it, Lane Thomas is gonna make a play and make me look like an idiot. Of course, you got to right there. The old announcer's curse there on Georgia. Sorry about it, Dogs fans.
Yes, they're going to get you for that one, Ryan. Here comes Flash. He's got 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Motion for Flash. Takes the handoff. He's going to run it himself. He gets by the first defender, but the ball's on the ground. Picked up by Toby Kennard and gets 8 yards, pretty much recovering the sack.
A great play there by Kinnear to jump on that ball. A little bit dangerous to try to go with it, though, but this keeps him alive here. 3rd and 10.
Flash under pressure again, gets the ball off. Great pass, a 5-yard catch for Dallas Jordan.
Yeah, a nice little play there. They thought they had some room to work. Mo Black, though, going to come up and make another big play in this game, shutting it down and forcing the punt.
Yes, Ryan, this will be the first punt of the game for either team. Oregon with a huge opportunity here.
Yeah, and it looks like even with any return, and you see a 9-yarder there, Oregon's going to be setting up in pretty good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, I mean, Gaucher is coming out now, and he has got a 14-point lead, and they've only had 1 possession offensively.
Yeah, and they're going to go right back to the guy that got him their last touchdown here in Eldridge. And, man, I'm telling you what, he's a hard guy to bring down. Big body back at 6'2", 245, and he runs physically downhill.
Gaucher in backfield. Keeps it himself. He runs. He gets a first down. Gets hit, but gets 11 yards for the first down.
Yeah, great pickup here, and he's a guy that's what we've heard about him. You know, everybody's been saying Gaucher's a guy that can do it with his legs. That's our first chance of seeing it. Looked good on that play.
And here goes Gaucher again. He's keeping it himself. He got some room on the right-hand side. 1 defender left, and he got through. First down and 10. That's a huge play.
Yeah, nice pickup here. Obviously showing off the legs again. Maybe a little rivalry there in the backfield. It's like, okay, anything you do, Derek, I can do better. Showing off the legs there. An impressive pickup, and Oregon's offense looking great.
It is for sure. You got 2 receivers on top, 1 to the bottom. And again, it's a quarterback keeper for 1 yard this time.
Yeah, that one, they try to go right back to that running game. Georgia sniffs it out this time, is able to shut it down. Only a 1 yard gain, as you said. Now looking for more here on the second.
And this one's going to be a handoff. It's going to be to Eldridge. Eldridge got 8 yards. That is a grown man run right up the middle. It's 3rd down and 1.
And this is a coach's dream right here. You set up a 2nd and long, and you can go to this delayed handoff, and you're going to pick up most of those yards. Set yourself up with a 3rd and very manageable. I mean, that's just what coaches dream about.
Absolutely. 4 receivers. Plenty of time, and it is a pass to the left-hand side, and a touchdown from the Oregon Ducks. Carter with a 10-yard reception, and like that, it is 27-7, pending an extra point.
A great play here. This is a great play design. Jared Harder, the backup running back, setting up in the backfield. They'll send him in motion, and he'll use that to run right out to a flat route. No one able to keep up with him to get out there fast enough. He's going to have a wide open lane into the end zone. Great play call. The coaches are happy with that, and excellent execution.
And Georgia with the return, Nicholas Perez, a 24-yard return. And early on, the Bulldogs find themselves down by 21, and we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and this is getting interesting here, and it's all because of these few mistakes that we've seen. Georgia's been moving the ball well outside of these 2 little mistakes that they've made, but they've cost the big, as Oregon has quickly turned them into points.
And Flash now 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard reception. He's got 3 receivers, 2-step drop. He's going to keep it himself, but doesn't get anywhere. He is sacked for a loss of 3 yards. The Oregon Ducks have forced the 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, this is a fantastic play here. Getting into the backfield, causing some disruption. The pressure came from that his left-hand side. Tries to run out to the right-hand side, and there was Cash Calhoun waiting for him. Now, 3rd and 8. They have 50% of their conversion so far. Can they get this one?
Well, Flash has 4 receivers, 3 at the bottom of the screen. Under some more pressure, going downfield to the left, and it's intercepted. Well, he was out of bounds. He got lucky. That was almost his 3rd interception, Ryan.
Yeah, that was big because obviously he had that one. A great job of going up and getting it. Just could not keep those feet in bounds. And they're going to have to punt, but they're lucky just to get the opportunity to punt it away.
And this will be a return for Oregon. Not as good as the last one, but it's an 8-yard return, and they're almost at midfield as we're winding down in the first. 28-7, Oregon up right now. What do you think Georgia needs to do defensively to try to stop the Ducks offense?
The first thing is you got to figure out how to slow Eldridge down and keep Gauchi in the backfield. Obviously, while the first play, Eldridge's obviously got to break a nice one here, but you have to force the ball into the freshman's hand. Make him beat you through the air, and so far they haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, Eldridge has been a man among boys right now running. Here's Gauchi. He's got 4 receivers, 3 at the top of the screen. Sits in the pocket, throws to the left-hand side, and that is deflected. That almost was picked off.
And this is why I said that. Try to force the ball into his hands. Obviously, Gauchi's a talented kid. One of the better quarterbacks that we're seeing coming out this year, but he's still a freshman, and they're going to make mistakes.
And Gauchi, a quick pass to the right-hand side. The receiver didn't even have time to turn around, so 4th and 1. It's going to be the first punt of the night for Oregon.
That was Jared Harder. Yeah, he had to rush it because the pressure was coming. Georgia does a good job of bringing that pressure and forcing a quick release there. Now trying to pin Georgia deep. It won't happen, though. Out of the back of the end zone. Now here's a chance for them to get back in.
At the end of the first, it is 28-7, Oregon on top. Make sure you stay tuned and watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Welcome back to the second quarter. Georgia down by 21. Ray Flash has 5 wide receivers. First time we've seen this set tonight. Plenty of time, throws to the left and gets an incompletion, actually. The receiver could not keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, so close to having a nice pickup there. The target was to Joshua Sims. He just couldn't stay in bounds there.
And this time, Flash has 3 receivers, and he's going to keep the ball himself after a fake handoff, but he's hit and loses a yard. Ryan, it is quickly 3rd and 11.
And obviously, Oregon has done a good job of keeping Flash in the backfield. They have not let him get loose around the edges too often. and finding these running lanes. They're just not letting it happen so far.
Well, Flash going back to the 5 wide receiver set. He's got a little bit more time, gets a receiver to the middle of the field. Dallas Jordan, the 10-yard reception, and they're saying inches short.
And it looks like they're going to line up the punt here. I thought maybe they might try to go for it and just push Flash over that line, but not going to play too risky so far.
All right, and Oregon going to return Harder with an 8-yard return.
And it's exciting to see now. Great field position again. Because Oregon jump back, or is Georgia's defense going to continue to answer the call?
Absolutely. Gauci has 4 wide receivers, plenty of time in the backfield. Gets his receiver a huge play, 13 yards to Phillip Allen.
A nice pitch and catch here. Gauci looking comfortable so far in the pocket and making a play there on first down to pick up a first down.
First down and 10. It is a handoff. Eldridge up the middle, 3 yards.
Well, you're happy with this if you're a Bulldog fan right here. We've seen him busting out big run after big run after big run. A 3-yard gain, you're happy with this. That's a win for the defense.
Absolutely. Second down and 7. Gauci with the pass to the right-hand side. Derek Eldridge, a 1-yard reception.
And a good job again of just not letting it get too far downfield, kind of ringing him in. He's a guy, Eldridge, that you want to hit early on. Once he has momentum, he's so hard to stop.
And Gauci's under pressure a little bit, throws to his left. It's an incomplete pass. 4th down and 6, and real quick, update, Auburn up 14-10 over Clemson early in the second quarter.
And these are interesting games here because obviously you have teams that are ranked towards the back end of these Power 2 conferences, but they're trying to they're getting the opportunity here early on to prove that they deserve to be higher. You know, that they're getting overlooked. So far, Oregon, that 20th ranked team, the bottom of the Power 2 conference, so far they look like they deserve to be ranked a lot higher than they are right now.
And here's Flash. He's got 3 receivers. He fakes the handoff. He's going to run to the left himself, gets to the first defender, but gets tripped up, and it will be a 1-yard rush.
And they got to figure out a way to get Flash in those running lanes and open up those running lanes. He is so dangerous in the open field, but they just haven't been there so far for Georgia.
Oh, Flash, it's a handoff, and the running game has worked well. Kinnear, a 7-yard rush. Now it's only 3rd down and 2.
And it felt like they kind of went away from the running game a little bit, at least handing it off in the last drive or so. Getting back to that, that's something that's been working well for them.
And another rush, but this one won't get the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And we have a score update, Ryan. Auburn just got another touchdown. Van Lewis with a 10-yard reception from Baker Thomas. They are up 21-10 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
And going back to that last play, that was a great job by safety Benny Trill coming up and keeping him short of the line to gain to ensure that the Ducks would get the ball back here.
And look at that, Cherry. They're bringing the stat out on him. He has yet to get a reception, someone that I think we all probably thought would have been a little bit more active.
Oh, absolutely. He had a decent year last year, looking to build off of that. A talented pass catcher.
And Gauci hits a receiver almost the middle of the field. That's Ty Wright, a 7-yard reception. The Ducks have a 2nd down and 3.
Well, the junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina, making his presence there. First time we've called his name. Kirby Sierra on the tackle, one of the top-rated recruits coming out this year.
And Gauci with the pass to the left-hand side. Michael White, 2 yards. Just short of the first down, Ryan, but it will be 3rd down and 1.
It's a nice play call here. The blocking looked great for a second, but then coming out and making the play on the outside there. A fantastic tackle by Zach Knight to keep him short of the line to gain. The sophomore having his name called a few times tonight.
And 3rd down and 1. Lots of opportunities here for him. Gauci's got 4 receivers. Kind of interesting. 1 in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Eldridge, and he is stopped in the backfield. A loss of 2 yards. Georgia defense is forced to 4th down and 2.
Well, Max Prime from Augusta, Georgia, the hometown kid, going to come up and make the play there. And I felt like everybody in the stadium knew where that ball was going. They're going to give it to the big fella and try to get it. Max Prime was ready for it, and he's going to stop it.
Great stop by Georgia to be able to get the ball back without giving up any points. They are down 28-7, 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first half. Ray Flash is going to have to come out. We've said it a couple times already, Ryan. He's going to have to come out and make a play.
Absolutely. He's got to figure out a way to get the running lanes open, to get the passing lanes open.
Well, here is Kinnear with a run that does not get anywhere on first down. It will be 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, evidently, Scott Frank in chat saying he drafted Oregon State in fantasy. Well, he's happy so far tonight. They've been putting up points.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's another handoff. It's Kinnear to the left-hand side. Gets a couple, looks like 4 yards. It will be 3rd down and 6 for Toby Kinnear.
What a fantastic run there. But still, you have the 3rd and 6 coming up, and this has been tough for Georgia to convert on these longer 3rd downs.
Flash in the back, under a little bit of pressure, gets a receiver the right-hand side. That is a huge play. Dallas Jordan, 24 yards for the 1st down. Big play for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, another sophomore out of the state of Georgia here, coming up with a big catch, but a great job of extending the play by Flash, letting his man get open, and then firing the ball downfield. A big conversion here on 3rd down, putting them near midfield.
And Flash has 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 in motion. And he throws to the right-hand side. That's Daniel Muddin, a 5-yard reception.
Yeah, the 235-pound sophomore tight end. He's a guy I'm excited to see this year and see how he takes that step forward.
And Flash, a fake handoff, keeps it for himself and goes down, losing 3 yards thanks to DJ Sutton.
DJ Sutton not fooled by that one. His 3rd tackle, obviously adding to that, was the big pick 6 he had earlier in the game. He was a missile there, firing right downfield and stacking the QB.
And here's Flash. He's got 5 wide receivers again. Got a little bit of time. He finds his receiver in the middle of the field. Dallas Jordan, a 7-yard reception, but just a little bit short of the 1st down.
And they're coming out with the offense that I was hoping they would get a little bit more aggressive here in their play calling.
4 wide receivers, 1 in motion. Flash hits his receiver the right-hand side. At the play, once again, we see Daniel Muddin at his 2nd catch and a big 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Oh, huge conversion here, and it was bold to go with the play action there on 4th down. You know the defense is going to be trying to put some pressure in the middle of the field in case there's a run, but they do a great job of picking up the inside, and he had all the time in the world there to make that pass.
And Georgia is now getting close to the PX1 red zone. Flash with a completion, not going to get much, actually loses 2 yards to Nicholas Perez.
Yeah, second time we've seen Perez out there tonight. The pass just a little bit behind him. He has to come back to get it, and the defense reacts very quickly, making the stop in the backfield for a TFL. Fantastic job there. Colt Lawrence leading the charge.
And we got a score update. Clemson with the field goal, 13-21 with 3 minutes left in the 2nd. Here we go, Flash, it's a halfback option. Kinnear with the touchdown, 26 yards. Bulldogs for the touchdown.
Well, this is the first time we've seen them run the speed option. I think they need to go back to it, David. What an excellent play there. Flash does a great job of holding onto the ball until the very last second. Perfect time to the pitch. He had nothing but space and opportunity of it in front of him, and Kinnear is going to make the most of that. Touchdown, Georgia. That puts them right back in this ball game.
28-14, 2:41 left in the half. Remember, Georgia did get the ball to start the half, so let's see how Oregon manages the clock moving forward. And we have ourselves a nice return by Phillip Allen, 29 yards. It looked like he about hit 2nd gear. Looking at this stat, look at the yards, 232 to 155, Ryan. You would think Georgia would be up 28-14.
Yeah, you absolutely would. It's just the turnovers. Those 2 big pick 6s are the difference right now in this ball game.
Well, here's Gochi. He has a receiver to the right-hand side. Phillip Allen, a 3-yard reception. That's his second catch of the game. 2nd down and 7.
Nice gain here, or a nice play here, but a short gain. 2nd and 7. See if they can pick up a little bit more here on 2nd down.
Now Gauchi, he's under center. He tosses to the left-hand side, excuse me. Michael White, a 7-yard reception. 3rd down and inches. We might see Eldridge here, Ryan.
Yeah, I know that they're trying to work the clock here, but it looks like they're going with the empty set.
And he has his receiver to the right-hand side. That is Fisher, 14 yards and the 1st down for the Oregon Ducks.
I'd like to see a little bit more zip on the ball than we're seeing right now from Gauchi, but it's working. They're completing passes. They're moving the ball down the field quickly.
And Gauchi, he's going deep downfield to the left side, but this one is intercepted. Georgia trying to make a return. He's back almost to midfield. That is a big-time turnover, and I believe that was Kyle Connors. Yes, it was Kyle Connors with the interception.
Yeah, the freshman coming up big out of Lexington, Kentucky, comes up with the interception there, although if he didn't pick it, somebody else would have. There was 3 guys in the area, all in red jerseys. There was no way that pass was going to be completed. A bad choice by the freshman QB.
Absolutely, Georgia, 1:40 left on the clock, 3 timeouts, and they get the ball. Oregon gets the ball in the second half. Ray Flash is going to have to move quick. 4-yard rush. 2nd down and 6. They used their first timeout.
Let's see what they do here on 2nd down, now in midfield.
And Flash, he's going to try to take off. Nowhere to go. Sacked for a loss of 4 yards. 1:30 now left. And they are not using a timeout, it does not look like.
Elaine Thomas is going to get credit for that sack, but he also had some help back there. Cash Calhoun, the 4-star freshman who's had a good night so far tonight, comes up there to help him out.
And we have a score update. Auburn freshman quarterback Baker Thomas throws his 3rd touchdown already, and Auburn up 27-13, pending the extra point. And Ray Flash with a nice pass down the left side of the field. It's going to be 1st and goal. Tyson Steele with a huge reception.
Only the 2nd reception of the night for Steele, a guy that they need to work in often. He has so much talent stretching the field down the sideline. A great pass there, what makes for an easy catch. He has a lot of room to run afterwards. It's going to be 1st and goal here from the 2.
Ray Flash has 2 receivers, one in the backfield. He's going to try to take it himself again. He gets there. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
We've been seeing Flash try to get this running game going, and he gets it done there. A nice, aggressive, and powerful run by the quarterback. They get in. And I want to remind you, David, just a minute ago, this Georgia team was down by 21 points. Now only 7 points separate them and the Ducks.
Absolutely. Great response by the Georgia Bulldogs, Brian. A quick 14-point swing there for them on points. Going into halftime, they definitely have momentum, it looks like. With 1 minute and 5 seconds, Gauchi's going to have to come out for Oregon and try to give the Ducks something to help take away and deflate the Bulldogs' momentum. Here's Gauchi. He's in the backfield. He throws to the left-hand side, has a receiver, Matthew Cherry, 8 yards. Doesn't get out of bounds, but Oregon calls a quick timeout.
They have 2 timeouts remaining, and I wanted to see how much they trust their freshman QB on this drive. It looks like they're going to be putting the ball in his hands.
Gauchi's got 4 wide receivers, and he has a reception right there. That's number 29, Trey Stivers with the reception and a 1st down for the Ducks.
Another North Carolina product on this team, and a nice catch there for his 1st of his career.
Gauchi under pressure, throws to the right-hand side, has Matthew Cherry, 11-yard reception. That's a 1st down, and that stops the clock, Ryan.
Well, Gauchi knew coming in, he had huge shoes to fill, as Phil Comet, the legend, left. Looking good so far on this drive.
And Gauchi's going to keep this himself. He runs to the right, only gets a yard. Defense was right there to get him. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, then it looked like Roy Hart there to make the play, the freshman, or sophomore, out of Alabama.
And here's Gauchi keeping it himself, running down the right side of the field. He slides 27 seconds left. Oregon Ducks trying to get some points before halftime. They're approaching the PX1 Sports red zone. 4 receivers for Gauci. He throws, and it is an incomplete pass. The clock will stop. Brian, 21 seconds. It's second down and 10 at the 25. What does Oregon need to do?
I think you try to take a shot maybe here, or if not, you try to get something quick hitting out of bounds.
Here's Gauci. He's going to the left side of the field. He has his receiver. Does not get out of bounds. That's Michael White with a 7-yard reception. Oregon's going to have to go hurry up. 10 seconds left. And Gauci gets a snap. Throws it out of bounds. Going to leave 6 seconds on the clock, Ryan. 1 timeout left. And they're going for a field goal.
Yeah, and then going back to before that last play, a great job. They were looking for that out route, trying to get out of bounds quick, save some time. Sean Adams, the sophomore, comes up and makes the tackle and prevents them from doing that.
And the field goal is no good. That is a major turn of events. Oregon trying to get the momentum back, and now only up by 7 with 3 seconds going into halftime.
Yeah, an unfortunate miss there.
And here we go. Kinnear running to the left-hand side, gets 1 yard, and that will end the first half. Oregon 28. Georgia has come back storming and is at 21. Ryan, what are you seeing in this first half?
No, it's been a wild first half, David. Obviously, both defenses trying to find answers for 2 running attacks that might be the best running attacks in the CFSL this season. They look fantastic. The big difference so far has been those interceptions. You look at it, and I'm sure we'll see it in here in a second. Total yards goes to Georgia. They've been moving the ball very effectively downfield outside of that, but those 2 big pick sixes loom over them, and that is the reason that the Ducks have the lead right now.
Well, over on Twitch, Auburn and Clemson is at halftime as well. Auburn has a lead 28-13. They're looking pretty good as well. This game is really interesting. Looking at the stats, as we mentioned already, primarily you would think Georgia's in the lead. Their offense has done really well, except for those 2 interceptions that turned into 7 points each. What do you think Georgia's offense can do to try to keep up with where they're going?
Well, obviously the first one, David, is limit the mistakes, limit the turnovers. And I would trust your running game. You know that you have a running game you really enjoy, and I would also work in that speed option. We've only seen it 1 time, and it went for a long touchdown. Obviously, they have something there they like.
Well, here we go. Oregon Ducks' first possession of the second half. Gauci has 2 receivers, 1 in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Eldridge. Eldridge to the left for 4 yards. And it's going to be second down and 6. And Eldridge is approaching 100 yards.
Yeah, on 12 yards per clip right now, obviously helped by that massive run he had in his first carry of the game.
Here's Gauci. He's got 3 receivers, plenty of time to throw, and that will be a completion to Ty Wright right in the middle of the field for 17 yards.
And Ty Wright's second catch of the day, 24 yards total. This one good enough for a first down, and it really seems like Gauci started off with a rough start to this game, and he's starting to build some confidence, starting to look good back there.
Yeah, he does definitely. And the more that Eldridge has helped out, I think it's definitely bailed him out a little bit. Here we go. Gauci, 4 wide receivers. It's going to be another handoff to Eldridge. He's got some blockers. Gets 6 yards. It looked like he was going to take it to the side and go downfield.
Yeah, it looked like he had a hole there. Kirby Sierra, though, going to be quick to react on this play. His 7th tackle already tonight.
Second down and 4. Gauci's got 2 receivers. He's got 1 in motion. That's another handoff. Eldridge spins around, gets 3 yards. Third down and 1 for the Oregon Ducks.
And this is something that they've struggled with, though, as Kirby Sierra comes up with another tackle already. But this is something that they've struggled with a little bit, is getting these short conversions.
And here's Eldridge. It's a 1-yard rush, and they give him the first down. The Ducks get another set here. That was a pretty close run. It was really kind of where they spotted it.
Yeah, it looked like it was really close. That was a hard one to call for the officials, but they called it quickly, first down.
And here we go. It's another handoff to Eldridge to the right-hand side. gets 6 yards, 2nd down and 4 for Oregon.
Was a great pickup there, but it would have been a lot further downfield if it wasn't for Captain Carter. The cornerback comes up to make the tackle and limits the damage.
And here's Gauchi. He's at his own 32, and he hits his receiver. Gets to about the 27-yard line. It's Phillip Allen, 1st down and 10.
That's the 3rd catch for the wide receiver out of Yulee, Florida.
Here's Gauchi. He's got 4 wide receivers. 3 are to the bottom. And here we go. It's another handoff. This is Jared Harder. He only gets 1 yard, but 2nd down and 9.
Well, we've seen Harder so far in the passing game have some success. This is his first attempt on the ground game. Not quite what he was looking for there as he stopped pretty quickly.
And here's Gauchi. Not really sure what happened there. There's a play action. He throws to the left, but no one was there. 3rd down and 9. The Georgia defense is hoping to make a play.
Yeah, and that play action just took a little bit too long there. The pressure was coming. He had to get rid of it.
And here's Gauchi. He hits his receiver, a tie right on a slant route, 12 yards, and the 1st down, and Oregon is in the PX1 Sports red zone.
Yeah, this is a good drive for Oregon here. They need to capitalize, get points.
Gauchi, 4 wide receivers. Eldridge in the backfield. It's a handoff to Eldridge. He loses a yard, 2nd down and 11, sitting at about the 15-yard line.
Well, that's Kirby Sierra's 9th tackle tonight. The record for Georgia is 12 by Hakili Arroyo last year. Let's see if he can get that one here tonight.
And Gauchi had 3 receivers at the top, but it's a handoff to Harder again. His 2nd rush. He doesn't get anywhere. 3rd down and 11. Oregon looking to try to capitalize.
Mike Donlin, a name we're familiar with, obviously had a huge game last week that earned him a Defensive Player of the Week award. First time we've gotten to say his name tonight, but he is looking to have a big impact for the Dogs.
Gauchi's got 4 wide receivers. One's in motion to the bottom of your screen. Sits back in the pocket. He's under pressure, and he throws. It is incomplete. The pressure caused him to rush the throw. 4th down and 11 for Oregon, and they're going to have to kick a field goal.
Disappointing that they're settling for a field goal here. They really wanted to get another touchdown on the board and try to separate again from Georgia. But the field goal will help, and this time they will get it.
Well, that makes it 31-21, 5:39 left in the 3rd. Georgia looking to get the return and get some good field position. Coming up
obviously.
with it.
Good.
And we have ourselves a nice return. Big time. That's Jay Johnson, 40 yards for the Bulldogs, setting their quarterback Ray Flash up at the 37-yard line.
Jay Johnson had a huge season last year and really expect to be calling his name more than we have so far, but making a big play there.
And here's a halfback run. Kinnear bounces off, spins off the first defender, gets 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Real quick, we got a scoring update. Clemson with the field goal, 16-28 currently, 5:49 in the 3rd.
Yeah, that one's been a close game as well. They're looking to try to claw back in that one.
And here's Kinnear to the left-hand side, and he loses 4 yards. 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
A nice tackle here by Drew Caleb out of San Antonio, Texas, the 5-star freshman, making his presence felt in this one.
Here we go. Flash has 4 wide receivers. He's got 1 in the backfield. He's under a little bit of pressure. He goes down. Ray Flash sacked for 7 yards.
That'll be Lane Thomas's 3rd sack of the night. He's done a fantastic job of getting to Flash tonight, and I think Flash is going to be having nightmares where Lane Thomas is the star.
Yeah, Lane Thomas has done a phenomenal job getting the pressure, and just like that, Georgia is going to have to punt the ball.
I love in chat here, Derek Eldridge saying, just take your Defensive Player of the Game, Mike. He obviously knowing that he's having this big impact.
And there's Jared Harder, a 9-yard return. Gauchi and the Oregon Ducks taking the field with a 10-point lead. Gauchi's feeling pretty confident. He's had a really strong game so far. Him and Derek Eldridge are a great combination. Just going to see what happens. Eldridge motion out of the backfield. Gauchi finds his receiver on the left-hand side. That's going to be a 1st down as number 88, Phillip Allen, with another reception.
His 4th catch of the day, and he has been a big part of this offense. A great route there. Just gets enough separation from his man, actually a lot of separation from his man, and eventually brought down on the play. And what would have been probably a touchdown-saving tackle by Kyle Connors there.
Georgia Bulldogs cannot afford to give up any more points right now. They're going to have to really stop them right now. Here's Gauchi. It's a handoff to Eldridge. Eldridge cuts back inside, and he gets 10 yards, the first down. And they are once again getting awfully close to the PX1 Sports red zone.
And this Georgia defense has been impressive in the red zone so far. Let's see if the Ducks can finally break through in the red zone here and get in the end zone.
Here's Gauchi. He's got 4 wide receivers. Eldridge in the backfield, and it's a play action, and Gauchi runs it himself and gets 11 yards for the first down.
Yeah, great pickup here to move the chains, and this gives them a nice spot here where they can still get the first down without getting in, just short of the 1-yard line.
Here's Gauchi, 2 in the backfield. It's a halfback screen to Eldridge. Eldridge fights off the first tackler, winds up getting 4 yards to the right-hand side. 2nd down and 6. And right now, Oregon is at the 7.5-yard line.
And they've looked great tonight. And they just need to shore up this red zone offense. Let's see if they can get it in.
And here's Gauchi going to keep it himself. Touchdown, Oregon! The cornerback keeper. And just like that, it is 37-21, Oregon.
Making it look easy there. The impressive run there by the freshman, punching this one in and making that lead comfortable once more for the Ducks.
And here comes the extra point. Georgia has got to find a way to get a stop or two and get some points. They climb back from being 21 down once already. Can they do it again as their hole is now 17 points? Let's see how well Ray Flash and the Georgia Bulldogs respond.
And I don't think a lot of people expected this, David. They're, down 17 right now. Georgia came into this game as 6.5-point favorites. So the Ducks really showing a lot of people around the country right now just how good this team is.
I definitely agree, Ryan. No one really saw this one coming. Here comes Ray Flash. He's got 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield, and it is a handoff to Kinnear, 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Nice tackle there by Calhoun. Mike Donlin in chat saying Oregon afraid to run to the left side. We'll see if that pans out to be true for the rest of this game.
Well, that sounds like a challenge if you ask me. And here's Flash. He's going to keep it himself. Run to the left. Fights off one defender, and he gets taken down after 8 yards. And I do have a score update. We've had a couple of these tonight. Bradley Charles of Auburn, the cornerback, just had a pick 6. Puts Auburn up 34-16, pending the extra point.
And they're looking like they're separating the Tigers over the Tigers after Kinnear here having a nice little carry. He is 2 yards away from a 100-yard performance at his very first game in the league.
Ray Flash, he has 1 receiver up top. A heavy backfield right now. Got a little bit of motion. And here goes to Kinnear. Kinnear fights off the first tackle. He gets 5 yards. Congratulations, young man. A 100-yard rushing game in your very first performance.
Yeah, we don't see a ton of 100-yard rushing performances. This is an impressive feat to do it in your very first game in the CFSL.
And Flash throws to the left. He gets Kinnear out there. And Perez. And Perez is not able to get any yards. 2nd down and 10.
Oh, Anakin Skywalker over here saying that he believes the Tigers will win the game over on Twitch. I tend to agree with him.
I mean, I also think they're going to lose by default.
Yeah, that might also be true.
And Kinnear, another rush. He gets 8 yards. 3rd down and 2. Georgia already across midfield looking to get some points here. Flash has 4 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield. Motion moving right to left. Flash under pressure. He goes down. They're going to rule that incomplete. That could have been a fumble. 4th down and 2. Georgia's going to have to punt.
Yeah, Mo Black got back there. Excuse me. And I thought for sure it was a fumble at first. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Lucky break for the Dogs.
I did think that was a fumble at first myself. I trust the referees, though. Oregon now getting the ball back up 38-21. They've actually surpassed Georgia in total yards. Gauchi and that offense is really starting to click, which is kind of scary if you're the Bulldogs fan.
Oh, absolutely. Right now in the second half, Oregon has outscored Georgia 10-0, and they're looking to add to that here.
Well, here's Gouchy looking for a receiver on the right-hand side, and it is deflected. Great defense by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a fantastic hit. He had him there for a second, but a fantastic hit to jar that ball loose.
Gouchy, 3 receivers to the bottom. A little slant route to the right-hand side. Matthew Cherry, a 7-yard reception, is going to be a short 3rd down and 3.
Just his 3rd catch tonight. Now Brantley Gouchy puts him at 18 for 28.
And Gouchy has 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Here comes some pressure. The O-line picks it up, and there's Cherry again. A 10-yard reception across the middle. Oregon with another 1st down, and they are at their own 37.5-yard line.
Yeah, starting to get Cherry more involved in this, and he is making plays right now.
And Gouchy under pressure throws down the middle of the field, and that was a really long complete pass. 2nd down and 10.
Kirby Sierra was in the area, just couldn't squeeze it in there, and that one would fall, luckily for the Ducks, aimlessly towards the ground.
And Gouchy with a handoff to Eldridge, who runs to the left, a 3-yard rush. It's his 14th rush, 3rd down and 7 for Oregon.
He also over the 100-yard mark tonight. Both running backs have been impressive.
And Gouchy, 4 wide receivers here. Under pressure, it's a halfback screen. Eldridge, he has a blocker. He has room, and he got laid out, but not until after he collected 17 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, and for him, this is his 5th game over the 100-yard mark receiving, obviously making a big play here in the passing game before Jeff Knight will bring it to an end. But the chains are moving, and the Ducks are looking strong offensively.
And we have a score alert. Clemson Tigers do not want to get left behind. They had a nice long touchdown, 2 plays, 70 yards, and it is now 22-35 pending extra point.
The backup here, Jared Harder with the 11-yard carry, his 3rd carry of the night, by far his best, as Kirby Sierra gets his 10th tackle of the night.
And Gouchy, 4 wide receivers, 3 the top of the screen, 1 the back, and it's going to be a handoff. There's Harder again, 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. You have to wonder, is Eldridge getting tired?
And that might be the case. He's had a big night tonight, a lot of carries. Looks again like he'll be on the sideline for this play.
Well, it is 38-21 headed into the 4th quarter. Oregon trying to hold on for the win. Don't miss this exciting conclusion. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. And welcome back to the 4th quarter, Ryan. 38-21. Oregon in position, trying to get into the PX1 Sports red zone. What does Georgia need to do?
They need to figure out a way to stop this guy right here, Derek Eldridge, as he breaks free, and it looking good. Touchdown again. Eldridge finding the end zone, and that's the thing. You got to find a way to stop him. Eldridge having a fantastic night tonight.
A 28-yard halfback screen for Eldridge, and just like that, Oregon comes out, starting the 4th quarter with a touchdown. The extra point is good, and this game is starting to definitely separate, and Georgia is starting to look like they're in trouble.
Absolutely. This is starting to get out of hand here now. The Ducks have really taken control of this second half, offensively and defensively. Another reminder, Oregon has yet to score a point in the second half. Or sorry, Georgia has yet to score a point in the second half.
Nicholas Perez with a great return, trying to help his quarterback, Ray Flash, which I got to say, Nicholas Perez all night long, his return game has really put Georgia in a good position. Just unfortunately, they have not been able to capitalize on it as well as they need to.
No, they haven't been able to, especially here in the second half. The offense has been stagnant as Oregon has found ways to shut them down.
Here's Ray Flash. He's in the backfield. He throws to the left-hand side. Number 15 for Oregon. That was almost trouble, as it was Benny Trill with the deflection.
Yeah, almost a house call there for Trill. A great job of getting in between the receiver and that ball.
And Flash, he finds his receiver. That's Nicholas Perez for 9 yards. 3rd down and 1. This is a must-convert situation for the Bulldogs.
And that's Perez's third catch, and they have not done a good job of getting him space and opportunity to work with. This one easily the best yardage-wise of the night for him, and a nice play to move it up here. They got to convert, though, as you were saying, David. Got to convert here on third down.
Third down and 1. They go empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Ray Flash to the left-hand side. He has his receiver. That's Dallas Jordan. 21 yards for a Bulldogs first down.
The sophomore, 5 catches, 67 yards. He's been a big part of this offense tonight. Ray Flash starting to build some comfortability back there, but they need to start taking shots if they want to get back in this football game.
You know, I was talking to Convict before the game, Oregon athletic director. He's like, you know, they have the highest respect for Georgia, but they put a lot of work in this week, and I think we're all starting to see it.
Oh, absolutely, and it's so interesting, David, because it's such a different look offensively than what we're used to at Oregon. You know, we're used to the pass-happy, live and die through the air kind of attack, but they've really relied on the run game tonight to much success.
Here's Flash. He's under pressure, and he is sacked. That is a loss of 7 yards. I think it was, Caden Norris with the sack.
It looks like it was there, making a great effort to get back. It is Caden Norris, the freshman out of South Carolina coming up. But really, that was just a play by Flash. He had the time. The coverage was just too good downfield. He couldn't find anybody open. And obviously, the offensive line can't block forever.
Ray Flash, he has 4 wide receivers. It was an empty backfield to the right-hand side, and that was almost another house call. Jeff Johnson, with the deflection. I thought he had an opportunity for 7.
Yeah, that was big there. Now Georgia forced to go for it on 4th and 17.
They're at the 50-yard line. 3 receivers. He throws to the right-hand side. He has his receiver, but Dallas Jordan got 10 yards. That's all he can get. So it is a turnover on downs. 7:39 left in the game, Ryan. 45-21. Oregon coming out after Gochi's really feeling good offensively. Do they run the clock out, or do they have some fun?
I think you got to get the ball into the hands of the running back here. Obviously dropping back here, and it's going to work out for him. A nice pass over the middle. But I'd like to see them get the ball into the running back's hands and even mix it up, get Harder involved as well.
That was Phillip Allen with a 9-yard reception. Now Oregon is at their own 49, 2nd and 1. Gauchi's got 3 receivers. He's got a halfback in motion. He throws to the left-hand side, has Eldridge, a 2-yard reception, and that is an Oregon Ducks first down, and they are across midfield.
Yeah, they're not going to take my advice. They're airing the ball out to much success now. Gauchi really looking comfortable in the backfield as this game has progressed. He's looked better and better.
Gauchi's 4 receivers. He throws to the right. He has a receiver. He was covered. That's Phillip Allen again. His 6th catch of the night. 2nd down and 5 for the Ducks.
A nice pickup here of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up here. They're doing a great job of moving the football now.
Here's Gauchi's got 3 receivers. It's going to be handoff to Eldridge. Eldridge up the middle, a 4-yard rush, and makes it a very short 3rd down and 1.
A nice pickup here by the sophomore who's having himself a career type of game. This is actually the 2nd most rushing yards he has ever had in a single game performance.
Gauchi, 4 wide receivers. He's got 1 in the backfield. It's a handoff to Eldridge on 3rd and 1. A stiff arm, but he is stopped short. It is spotted just short. Georgia has forced a 4th down. Does Oregon get aggressive and go for it?
Looks like they won't. Punt units out there. DJ Blackman in chat saying he put 10K on the underdogs in the sports book. He's happy right now. Some of us weren't so lucky. Might have put a little bit more money than that on the Georgia team and not paying off. The Ducks stole that money from me tonight.
Well, we got less than 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter here on CFSL on YouTube, PX1 Sports. 45-21, Oregon up right now. Everything going Oregon's way. Georgia did finally get a stop on defense. Can Ray Flash and this offense come out and get some points? Kinnear is probably going to be highly involved in this drive, I got a feeling, in the passing game. Here's Flash. He's throwing to the middle of the field. He has a wide open Joshua Sims, 29-yard reception, and that will put Georgia at the 50-yard line, Ryan.
Well, if they're going to pull off a miracle here, David, these are the kind of plays that's going to get it done. A big chunk play on 1st down to get them down to near the midfield. actually looks like just right at the 50. They need to be taking shots. They need to play very aggressively.
Here comes Ray Flash. He's got 3 receivers, 1 in the backfield, sitting right short of the 50. It's a play action. He's got time. He throws to the right-hand side, but it is incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
And not getting it done there, but that's okay. The ball's out of bounds. Clock stopped. No harm, no foul. Come back here and fight on another play.
And here's Flash. He's got protection. He's going to run. He broke 1 tackle, but was sacked for a loss of 6 yards. And guess what? We got a score update over on Twitch. Clemson with the touchdown. Now 35-30. Clemson fighting back. It's 4 left in the 4th.
That one's getting interesting. It looks like they might be trying to make the comeback here as Clemson really clawing their way back.
Here's Ray Flash, 5 wide receivers. Throwing downfield, left side of the field. He has his receiver. No one to stop him. He gets pushed out at the 2-yard line, 1.5 maybe. Tyson Steele. That was a huge catch his third of the game.
A great catch there and a great job on the back end of this play of not letting him get the end zone. That was Drew Caleb, the 5-star freshman out of San Antonio, Texas, that makes that touchdown-saving tackle. But still, for Georgia, you're on the 3-yard line here. Punch this one in quickly.
And Flash has 3 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield. That's going to be a handoff to Kinnear. Kinnear gets all the way, I think, just short of the goal line. 2nd down and goal. That's his 20th carry of the night, Ryan.
And he's having a really good night. TJ Sutton also having a good night with 8 tackles, but they need to get the ball in here. The clock is moving right now.
And it's going to be a handoff. Kinnear, touchdown, Bulldogs. That's going to bring the game just a little bit closer. 45-27, Penn the extra point.
Well, they always tell you when you're close in here in the red zone, score with your man. That means block your man into the end zone on the offensive line. Every single lineman did on that play.
And Georgia's going for 2. Flash under pressure. He fights off the first defender, but goes down, sacked for 7. Risky play. I love that they were aggressive. It just did not pay off. But Ryan, they're going more aggressive with the onside kick.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to get here. It looks like it will be corralled here by the Ducks. He's pulled down Ty Wright on the receiving end of that one, and the Ducks will have the ball back here. Tough break on back-to-back plays there for the Bulldogs.
And here comes Gauchi leading this offense. 4 wide receivers. He has Eldridge in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Eldridge, but the defense was ready for it. He doesn't get anywhere to the right-hand side. 2nd down and 10.
Kirby Sierra now his 12th tackle. That will tie the single-game record here in Georgia. Akili Arroyo is the other one he is tied with now. So 1 more and he breaks the record.
And Gauchi throwing to the left. He has his receiver. That's Phillip Allen again. It's a 3-yard reception. Oregon Ducks 3rd down and 7 at the 38-yard line of Georgia.
I love the confidence they're showing. They're not just running the ball. They're showing a lot of confidence in their freshman quarterback right now.
Here's Gauchi. He's in the back of the throw downfield. Almost picked off. Stephen Lee almost had that, but nonetheless forces a 4th down. But Oregon's offense is on the field still, Ryan.
This is gutsy play calling right here by the Ducks.
Here's Gauchi. He's got some protection. Right-hand side, he has his receiver, and he drops it. The receiver was wide open. He heard the footsteps. That is a turnover on down.
And that's disappointing for the Ducks. Matthew Cherry, one of their better, if not their best receiver, just hits him right in the hands. But like you said, he could hear the footsteps. Dogs were coming from right in front of him and right to the side of him. He could not bring it in.
4 minutes left in the game. Down by 18, Ray Flash. He's going to take it and run himself. He's on the left side. He's got some room. He gets the 1st down before he slides. 1st down and 10 for Georgia.
Oh, man, a big play there on 1st down. The clock is moving, though. Georgia has all their timeouts remaining. They need to score quick.
Flash has 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield. Pressure coming. He throws to the left. It's a halfback screen. Kinnear, winds up cutting back inside, loses a yard, and the clock is still running.
Yeah, the screen right here, I know what the idea they're trying to do, but this defense has been shutting it down all night. Colt Lawrence on the tackle here. They need to be moving the ball downfield in bigger chunks, and it's just wasting time right now.
Second down and 11. Flash has 4 wide receivers, 2 on top, 2 on bottom. And near in the backfield. And Flash has a receiver on the left side again. Tyson Steele. That's another big play and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Wow, a big play here, and they hurry back to the ball.
Big time play for the Bulldogs.
Joshua Sims there on the receiving end of this touchdown catch as the Dogs try to pull off the miracle, coming back very late in this game. But this one here, a big one, as right now they are down by 12 points. We'll see if they're going to go for 2 or if they're just content. Looks like the offense will stay out here. They're going for 2, David.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a gutsy call, but I love what we're seeing out of the Bulldogs right now. Some life late in the fourth quarter. Ray Flash running, and he gets the 2-point conversion. It is a 10-point game with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. CFSL, we got some classic action going on right now.
Let's see if they can get this. I know it's rare to get that onside kick, but I've seen it one other time in my year. It doesn't look like we'll see it right here.
Yeah, Michael White with the return. First down and 10. The Georgia defense has stepped up the last couple of possessions. Ryan, they're looking to do it again. Gauchi has 3 receivers. Eldridge in the backfield. And Gauchi's going to keep it himself, run to the left. And he gets 4 yards before he's taken down.
Yeah, trying to find something there, and they're going to go more to the running game now. It's something I think they probably should have been doing earlier to seal this game up. Looks like that was a mistake not to be doing it earlier.
And here's Gauchi, 4 wide receivers. Eldridge in the backfield. At the handoff to Eldridge, but doesn't go anywhere, loses a yard. Third down and 7. And just an update over on Twitch, 35-30. Clemson down right now, but has the ball and actually just made a huge play and looking to score and take the lead with 3:25 left.
Yeah, that game's getting interesting just as this one's starting to look really interesting here. 3rd and 7.
And Gauchi, 4 receivers, 3 at the bottom of the screen. Eldridge in the backfield, eating some clock up.
Yeah, it looks like they'll take this one inside of the 2-minute mark. Both teams have all their timeouts left.
And Gauchi being really smart, trying to make sure they leave Georgia as little time as possible. And he snaps. He throws to the middle of the field, but it doesn't get much at all. And just like that, Georgia defense has forced another 4th down, and we're going to see a punt this time.
I know you're trying to go for the first here, but I would have loved to see the Ducks run it there, force Georgia to burn one of those timeouts.
Right now, 2nd and goal for Clemson, under 3 minutes, looking to take the lead. Drama unfolding over on Twitch.
Well, this one here, we saw Georgia down by 21. They bring it back to 7. They go down by 17. They've clawed back now to just down by 10.
And Ray Flash throws deep down the right-hand side, but it is picked off. That is number 8, DJ Sutton, with another interception.
Like you said, his 2nd pick of the night, and looking to seal this game off for his Oregon Duck team. A great job of jumping this route and getting in front of his man, that pass intended for Dallas Jordan.
And a score update. Clemson does score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 38-35 Clemson with 2:50 left in the 4th. Gotcha. It's a handoff to Eldridge on the right-hand side. Eldridge gets tripped up after a 1-yard carry.
Yeah, nice job shutting it down, but obviously time is not on the side of the Bulldogs right now.
And here's Gauchi going to keep it himself, run to the left, only gets 4 yards, 3rd down and 6. Georgia defense doing all they can to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, now 1 timeout remaining after they take their 2nd right there.
And Gauchi had 4 wide receivers, middle of the field. That's Allen again, just short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1 now. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
It looks like they're going to attempt the field goal. They did miss one earlier. Let's see if they can get this one through.
Oh, it is no good, Ryan. 45-35, 1:19 left. A 10-point game. Ray Flash has the opportunity to try to come out and get a quick score. He's got 3 wide receivers. He's got Kinnear in the backfield. Plenty of time. He throws to the right and no one around.
That was just trying to get rid of the ball. You want to get it downfield, but you can't afford an interception here. That'll seal the game right now.
Vinny Trill says cut the kicker for that missed field goal for Oregon. Here's Flash, plenty of time. He throws down the middle of the field. Another incompletion, 3rd down and 10. I guess the silver lining to that is at least the clock is stopped.
Yeah, and that's the thing here, but it's going to get harder and harder as you get deeper into this chains here. 3rd and 10 right here.
Here's Flash. He's under pressure. He throws down the left side again, and I believe that's Tyson Steele, the 26-yard reception. That's his 5th catch, 185 yards.
Wow, how did he come up with that one, David? Let's get another look at this. Tyson Steele running down the sideline. Great coverage on the play. Wow, just unbelievable. He was able to pull that one in. Excellent. Soren Hillman was right there to make a play. Isn't going to stop Steele on that one. A big pickup there.
That was a huge play. Georgia right at midfield. Flash, middle of the field, has his receiver, and that was Joshua Sims, 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, they're quick to get here on the ball. They have no timeouts remaining.
And that's going to be an incomplete 3rd down and 4. Hey, over on Twitch, Auburn trying to make a comeback with less than 2 minutes, but throws an interception. Clemson up by 3 with the ball, 1:38 left. And here's Flash going down the left side of the field again, and he has Tyson Steele again. Oregon has got to cover him.
Tyson Steele having himself a massive ball game right now, catching the ball over the 200-yard mark receiving. That is way more than enough to shatter the record set by Danny Garcia last year. So Steele standing alone on the most receiving yards in a single game by a Bulldog.
Here's Flash. He's got 4 wide receivers, 3 at the bottom. He's got Kinnear in the backfield. Flash throws across the middle, almost picked off. Callahan had his hands on it.
Oh, there were a lot of ducks in that area too. That was a really gutsy pass, and I understand you got to play loose here. You got to take risks, but you just can't afford to turn the ball over. You got to find something deep here in the end zone.
45 seconds to go. Flash trying to mount a comeback. Passes to the right, Carr. A 4-yard reception, 3rd down and 6.
I hate this play call here. They're wasting time. You have to find something in the end zone if you want to get back in it.
And here's Flash. He's going to the end zone. Almost picked off. That was Johnson in the corner of the end zone to deflect it.
A fantastic job. This secondary for Oregon has really played a fantastic game all night. Obviously, a lot of deflections and the 3 interceptions.
Here's Flash. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Right outside the red zone right now. Flash goes to the corner, the right-hand side. He has Jonathan Carr, 21 yards, a 1st down. It is 1st and goal for the Georgia Bulldogs at the 1-yard line.
And they'll clock the ball again.
Absolutely, 2nd down and goal, 20 seconds left, down by 10. This is a crazy possible outcome, is it not?
I mean, they got to score here, and then they got to hope and pray that they get the onside.
And Flash under pressure. He goes down, and he is sacked. Loss of 6 yards. The clock is ticking. 10 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry up clock it. And they do. 4th and goal. 8 seconds, Ryan. Talking about drama.
Oh, Bobby Haas there. A massive play. They're talking about it in chat. Huge sack there.
And here's Flash. Under pressure, end zone, and he has a touchdown. Joshua Sims, 8 yards for the Bulldogs, touchdown, and pending an extra point, 45-41.
That's Ray Flash's 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Sims, his 2nd receiving touchdown. They're having a great connection here, especially the red zone, but with 4 seconds left, you're going to have to go onside kick into Hail Mary like PX1 Sports has put in there. You got it. You have to have a miracle kind of play here. A quick onside kick, and then get, obviously line up and try to take a shot downfield.
Oh, here we go. Here's that onside kick we talked about. And it looks like Oregon recovered, and that should end it. 2 seconds left. I imagine Gauchi will come out and take a knee, and Oregon will escape with a 3-point victory.
Wow, what an unbelievable game.
Absolutely. And that will do it, CFSL. The Oregon Ducks 45, the Georgia Bulldogs 42. What an exciting game as the Bulldogs came back late in it. Talk to me, Ryan. What were your thoughts on this game?
This was just a great performance all around. I think Oregon was really overlooked, and they're going to talk about that this week. Gauchi played an outstanding game. Eldridge, the defense, played outstanding. But Georgia has to be proud of the way that they fought back and never said die in this game. Both teams, I think, might be a little bit better than what I was expecting this season. I'm excited to see how they do the rest of the year.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and, of course, my broadcast partner, Ryan Moreland, for tonight's action. And on behalf of our broadcast crew, I am David Ware. You've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. But don't go far. We will be back at 9 p.m. Central over on Twitch as number 9 Oklahoma Sooners travel to play the number 19 Pittsburgh Panthers. Have a great night, CFSL, and enjoy the final game of Week 1.